In this demonstration, I'm going to create an ExpressRoute circuit using the Azure portal and the Azure Resource Manager deployment model. So, like I said, in task 1, I'm going to create and provision an ExpressRoute circuit. So I'll go to the search box and I'm going to look for ExpressRoute circuit. So what is the purpose of ExpressRoute circuits? Now you can use ExpressRoute to set up fast private connection to Microsoft Cloud services from your on-premises infrastructure or co-location facilities. So you can create a connection between your on-premises network and the Microsoft Cloud in 3 different ways. You can make use of Cloud Exchange co-location, point-to-point Ethernet connection, and any-to-any connection. So connectivity provider can offer one or more connectivity model in this case. So you can also work with a connectivity provider to pick the model that works best for you. So what I will do in this case is to click the create button so that I can create an instance of ExpressRoute circuit. So just like I said, ExpressRoute circuit is what you can use to create private connection between Azure data center and an infrastructure on your own premises or in a co-location environment. So the first thing that I will do is to select the resource group for this deployment. And it simply means now in this case, since I don't have any existing resource group, I'm going to create a new resource group. So I will name it ExpressRoute Resource Group. Then I'll go to click OK. Then in the resiliency, I'm going to select either maximum resiliency or high resiliency or standard resiliency. So the maximum resiliency, as you can see, is recommended. So is a resiliency across 2 or more distinct edge locations, such as redundant physical links. But for this particular scenario, I'm going to select standard resiliency, which is a physical link redundancy with 1 edge location. Then I'll now move to the circuit details. If you look at the diagram, it's actually giving us also a descriptive diagram of the essence of the ExpressRoute circuit. Now, this is the ExpressRoute circuit now. This is the on-prem. So this is your partner edge and also might be your customer edge. As you can see, the ExpressRoute is to provide a private connection to the cloud services in Azure or Microsoft environment. So for this security details under the region, I'm going to leave it East-US. Now I can pick any one, East-US, East-US 2. So make sure that to specify the correct region, the name of the circuit is going to be test ExpressRoute circuit. Then on the pairing location, I'm going to select a particular location for the pairing. In this case, I'm going to select Seattle. So what is the purpose of the pairing location? So the location where the ISP will provision the connection. That is the purpose of that pairing location. Now, the next thing that is very, very important here is the port type. Now, you will notice now that in the port type, I have provider and direct. So what is the purpose of this port type? Port type determines if you are connecting to a service provider or directly into Microsoft Global Network at a pairing location. So if there is a provider, you click this one, and if you are going to be connecting directly into the global network at a pairing location, you will pick this particular one. So since I've selected provider now, then I'm going to see list of provider that are available. And look at it again. The ISP that will be providing the ExpressRoute connection. So I'm going to use Equinix, and here I'm going to select the bandwidth. So that's the maximum bandwidth for the provisioning connection. So in this case, I will use 50 Mbps. And on the SKU, I have standard, premium, also have local. In this case, I'm going to leave it standard. Next, I will click review and create, and it's going to run the final validation to determine if everything is in good order. So just like I said about the ExpressRoute is to what? Is to enable us to have a secure connection between our on-premises environment and our Microsoft Cloud. So when I say Microsoft Cloud, it can either be infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, or a software as a service. So at this point, I'm going to click the create so that it can now create the ExpressRoute. As you can see, it's initializing the deployment, and after this, it will start submitting that deployment. So at this point, I'm going to pause this video and I'll be back once the deployment is complete. As you can see now, the deployment is complete. Assuming that you want to see the list of all the ExpressRoute circuits, like I did earlier, you can come to the search and search for what? The ExpressRoute circuits. So another way by which you can get to the ExpressRoute circuit, that is if you want to see the list of the circuits that have been provisioned, is to go to this place and click on all services. And when you get to the all services, there are different sections there. Now the section that you are going to is actually the networking section. So I'll go down, networking. Yes, this is networking, and in the networking, you should be able to see the ExpressRoute circuit. This is it again. So instead of going to this space, you can go to that particular route as well. Now this is the one that I just created now, test ER circuit, that's test ExpressRoute circuit. You will notice now that this is what it is enabled, and if I click on it, you will notice now that there's something called the subscription, the service key, sorry. The service key is there, and there's a lot of other information there. You can see where it is provisioned to, and so on and so forth. So all ExpressRoute circuits created in the subscription will actually appear here. Now the circuit page displays the properties of the circuit. The service key appear in the service key field, as you can see here. So your service provider will need the service key to complete the provisioning process. The service key is specific to your circuit, so you must send the service key to your connectivity provider for them to actually provision this. So on this page again, you can see something like a provider status. The provider status gives you the current state of the provisioning on the service provider side. That is after you have give them this particular service key and they've configured it. So also we have a circuit status, which is showing here that is enabled. So circuit status provides you the state on the Microsoft side. So when you create a new ExpressRoute circuit, the circuit is in the following. The provider status, as you can see in this case, is saying not provisioned. And also we have the circuit status. This is showing enable. So the circuit changes to the following states when the connectivity provider is currently enabling it for you. The provider status will be showing something like provisioning by the time they start enabling it for you, while the circuit status will still show enable. So in order for you to use the ExpressRoute circuit, it must be in a state called provisioned, while the circuit status will still show enabled. So at this point now, there's nothing else I want to do. This is just a demonstration to show us how it works. So the major thing is that once you get this key, send it to your service provider and they will continue that configuration there. So at this point now, we have created an ExpressRoute circuit, and we're able to see where we can find the service key, which you will need to actually complete the provisioning of the ExpressRoute circuit. Now, the third thing I want to talk about, that is in the task 3, is how you can deprovision an ExpressRoute circuit. Now, if the ExpressRoute circuit service provider provision state is saying provisioning, for instance, or provisioned, you must work with your service provider to deprovision the circuit on their side. Microsoft can continue to reserve resources and bill you until the service provider completes that deprovisioning of the circuit, and they will now notify you. So you must unlink all virtual network from the ExpressRoute circuit before deprovisioning it. This is very, very important. So if this operation fails, you have to check whether any virtual networks are linked to the circuit. And if the service provider has deprovisioned the circuit, the service provider provisioning state is set to not provision. Then you can then go ahead and delete the circuit. This will now stop the billing for that particular circuit.
Thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, consider subscribing to this channel. Please, let me know what you think in the comment section. And do not forget to leave a like and share this video. See you in the next one.